Hey, what's up? It's Omi, your self-love coach, back to you today with some more conversation. So, were you raised to be a good girl or a good boy all the time? Did you always have to be nice? Were you supposed to speak when spoken to, or stay in a child's place? Or perhaps you even had to hug people or acknowledge people that you weren't necessarily feeling. Were you punished by your parents for being too grown or too smart? All of these things can lead us to look for approval for other people outside of ourselves, which brings me to today's topic, external validation. External validation is looking for approval from other people to see if it's okay for you to be who you really are. It's also comparison. Comparison is the highest form of violence that you can do against yourself. Let's let that sink in for a minute. Comparison of yourself to other people is violent. Why? Because you will never, ever, ever, ever be that person. You don't walk like that person. Your experiences haven't been the same. So you're shaping who you are based on something that you will never be. And that's violent. And by comparing yourself, you're causing yourself undue stress and creating a no-win situation for yourself. Why do we do that? Stop it. So all that being said, here are 3 ways to be fully authentic and to make sure that you are honoring and loving yourself. First, see yourself. Try hard to be honest with yourself when you're having those moments of self-doubt and insecurity. And know that we're all insecure sometimes. We all have those moments where we're not feeling so confident. And it's okay, as long as you acknowledge it. Acknowledging how you feel about yourself is one way that you can see yourself. Learn to hear your own voice. And we all have a committee in our head. So the key is to figure out what voice you're hearing. It could be your parents, your spouse, your younger self that's telling you that what you're doing isn't right. Or you hear the, you shouldn't do that, or you shouldn't say that, or you should be nice to these people. Know whose voice that you're actually hearing and learn to quiet that voice if it doesn't resonate with who you are. Be authentic and see when you're having those moments of self-doubt and insecurity. It's okay. Learn to hear your own voice. Don't be persuaded by someone else's opinion of you or what someone else thinks about you. Stick to your guns. If you have an opinion about something, stay with your own voice. Even if it conflicts with what everyone else in the room is saying, if that's how you really feel, stick to your guns, because you may be right based on what you have experienced in your life. Listen to your own voice. And then with everything you do, another way to see yourself is to recognize what's your intention. Speak your truth, and which is usually your first thought anyway. Your first mind is usually right. So stick to your own voice. Let your own voice be your guide. And don't be persuaded by what other people have to say about it. And with everything, ask yourself, what is my intention? Are you doing, saying, or thinking what you are because you want to be admired by someone else, or you want to be accepted by someone else, or is it really sincerely your truth? What is the intention of what you're saying, thinking, or doing in that moment? Ask yourself. So the second way to be authentic and to fully love and honor yourself is to accept yourself just the way you are. Realize that you are a unique being with your own purpose and your own path, and no 2 paths or journeys are alike. So accept who you are. It's okay. There's no need for anyone to tell you how to be. You know how to be your best self. You just have to listen to yourself and accept that who you are is perfect. Accept yourself. We have this wonderful way of making things up about us based on our circumstances, our situations, things that happen to us, things that people have done to us, things that we've done to ourselves. Stop judging. Stop judging yourself and accept that this was your journey. It happened. It's in the past. Let it go and move forward and just accept that you're in a process of growing And you have to trust this process. Accept yourself and let it go. Be okay with all of it. Accept your experiences for what they were, get the lesson, and let it go. Let's take that in for a second and take 3 deep breaths so you can let it go. Doesn't that feel better? And now that we've let go a little bit, the third and most important way to be authentic and to love yourself is to honor yourself. You have seen yourself as you are. You've seen what triggers you. You've seen what things cause you anxiety. You accept the fact that you are perfect just the way you are, that you're a unique being with your own journey and your own path, and that all of the experiences and things that have led you to this moment are okay. Now it's time to honor yourself. Honoring yourself means you made it. You're still here. And you've been through a lot of emotions. You've been through a lot of circumstances and situations and people who didn't show up for you, but show up for yourself. And that means honoring who you are and honoring the fact that you are learning how to love yourself in this moment. And it's okay to say no. And it's okay to not do anything you don't want to do. So honor yourself for that. Appreciate the things that you have allowed yourself to learn in this life. And honor that. Acknowledge that. Tell yourself, I'm an amazing being that's going through this journey and it's hard. And it may even get harder. But at the end of it, you are truly your authentic self. And that is the key to loving yourself. No one else has to tell you who you are. No one else has to accept who you are. If they don't accept you, don't have them in your life. I don't care who it is. Say, I love you, but I love me more. Until next time, see yourself, accept yourself, honor yourself. And I'll see you next time. Have a good week.